Hey, Brandy. I am so glad that some of your customers have taken it upon themselves to really help you out. I do understand that you aren't working, and that's got to be really, really difficult not working. I know that a lot of people are either working from home, aren't working, or are working in an essential capacity. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what it's like to be an essential but not frontline employee. What that means is I would classify a frontline employee as a medical professional, someone who works administering, who works as a medical professional, as a firefighter, an EMT, a police officer, someone who's on the front lines working with this crisis, or who very likely will work with this crisis. And those people have to continue to do their jobs. Police officers can't just take a day off. The OBGYN might not be working with COVID, but that baby still needs to be born. And then you've got people like me who are essential workers. As you know, I'm an automotive technician, so I work on cars. And had you asked me a couple months ago if I thought what I did was essential, I would have said no. Important, yeah, absolutely, but not essential. I would have said that it was a luxury, like going out to eat. But restaurants are also considered essential businesses, which is why that they have to close their dining rooms down, but most of them are still open. As I thought about it, I realized, okay, yeah, the frontline workers, the other essential employees, they need to get to work. And to get to work, they need their car to run. And that means that when it's time for an oil change or a tire rotation, or when that belt snaps, they need someone to take care of it, because the vast majority of people that I live around either can't or won't. So it makes sense to me. And it makes sense to me that the restaurants are open for takeout only, because as an essential employee, I need to eat lunch while I'm at work, and I don't often bring it from home. It's just not my thing. But I did want to let you know a couple things about what it's like to be an essential employee during this crisis. So the first thing I'll let you know is that the vast majority of people I've seen are at least semi-following the stay-at-home orders, which means that we're doing considerably less business, less than half of what we normally do. And while that is easily frustrating our bosses and it's not helping with the cash flow situation, it's for the best. And I want to tell everybody who decided to stay at home, thank you. So because we're doing so much less business than normal, we're all of the full-time employees at my job who are hourly and not salary, like myself, are now on part-time hours. I'm fortunate that I have a husband who has an incredibly stable income that cannot be affected by this. As you know, he is a retired soldier. And I am also a foster parent, and so I do get a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit of cash flow that way as well. Because of that, my family can afford for me to go part-time. Yeah, we've had to cut back on some luxuries, but we're still doing pretty good. And kids barely noticed it. Because I'm part-time, I've got a lot more time at home than I normally do. So how am I spending that time? Well, I'm getting a lot of chores done around the house that I've been meaning to and haven't, because that's life. I've painted 2 bathrooms in the middle of painting my kitchen table that I've been meaning to paint for years. And I've also sewn a lot of face masks that have been donated to a local walk-in clinic. I was told by a friend that while the face masks are great and everyone is appreciative of them, most people are donating them straight to hospitals or first responders, which is amazing. But our local walk-in clinic has taken to reusing disposables, and that scares me. So I sewed a bunch, brought them up to them, and brought some bars of soap as well, because I do make soap occasionally and I have a bunch of extras lying around. Other than that, we're working on schoolwork during the day, because just because school's out doesn't mean school stopped. And as you know, I do have a special needs child at home, which does require a lot of very intensive one-on-one work when it comes to schoolwork. I also have been trying to keep up their extracurriculars. You know, my kids both do 4-H and Scouts, and I've been working really hard to keep that up. We do both Scouting from home and 4-H from home with the assistance of both programs, allowing us to video chat meetings and take home projects to work on at home. You know, life doesn't end around here just because everything ends around here. So cows still got to get fed. I don't have cows, but other people's cows still have to get fed. But my goat still has to get fed. Dogs still have to get fed. Life has to go on. But I really want to talk about how essential but not frontline employees feel. We understand that y'all are bored out of your skull. Believe me, we get it. We're bored too. We're bored when we're sitting around the shop waiting for a car to show up and our boss is telling us to clean, but we've cleaned everything 4 times already. We're bored when we're at home because we can't go out to eat or to the movies or do our normal lives. We're bored too. And trust me, I want to go to Lowe's and buy wood so I can work on a project or paint so I can paint another room. I'm scraping together what I've got left so I can throw together projects to keep me and my kids busy. I've watched way too much Netflix. Way too much. I'm rewatching shows from our childhood for the 100th time. I'm bored too. But I'm bored is not a reason to go shopping or get your car worked on or anything like that. Please, please stay at home. Because every time I go to work, I put my family at risk. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I go out of some great altruistic need to be there for the public. No, I go because I have to get paid. Because I need to work to pay the bills, put a roof over my head, and feed my children. This isn't me being some great martyred hero. This is me feeding my kids. But every customer that comes in puts my family at risk. And it's a calculated risk that I'm willing to take because I have bills to pay and those cars need to be taken care of. But every single one that comes in puts me at risk. So if you need your oil changed, come on in, get your oil changed, but come in with one person in your car. Leave your kids at home. Leave your wife or husband at home with those kids. Don't sit around, don't chit chat. We are happy you're there because we are getting paid. But every car scares us. Trust me, I've talked to grocery store workers. They feel the same way. This is not the time to go in and browse or sit and chit chat. Keep your 6 feet distance and only come out and get things that you actually need. If you're on a stay-at-home order and you're staying at home, you're not going anywhere, you're not doing anything, wait till this is over. Your oil change, your transmission, your tires, they can wait a month or 2, I promise. And we will be here when it's time, ready to take care of every car with a smile, and happy our business is still there. But I've got 4 kids, one of whom's immunocompromised at home. I wear my regular clothes, I wear my street clothes to work, get changed, and work. Change out of my work clothes before I come home. I wash my hands 20 times a day at least and Lysol everything. We're not taking risks. We're not playing games. But I can only do so much. I can't wash my hair before I walk in the house, and I can't guarantee I'm not bringing it home. I need everyone to realize that we're bored too. But please, this isn't a take care of yourself situation. This is a take care of everyone situation. If you don't need to get out, don't get out. Stay home. Stay in your yard like me. Feed your goat or your dog or whatever other pet you have. Please, if you do have to get out, one at a time. It's not the day to bring your entire family shopping or both kids to go get the oil changed. Stay home so that the rest of us can stay safe. I'll see you later, Bran.